Welcome back, everybody, to the oldest podcasters on the web. It's the Theme Park Junkies. We are here for your listening pleasures and sometimes not for your pleasure. My name is Ryan. I'm joined with the, I don't know, man. The man, basically, is all you need to call him. Jay.
My sex is male, correct?
Yes.
And I am here on the cast. And I'm doing pretty terrible, but I'm used to it.
Yeah, me too. I'm doing pretty terrible too. You know, I have to say, I saw the Barbie movie last night because...
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You know what? I haven't been to a theater in how long? And I go and see that, right?
And that's your return to the theater.
Yeah, that's the return.
Is pretty incredible.
You know, when
now,
you...
Did you feel emasculated?
No, because I'm not a freaking... Well, I'm not going to say those words, but no. The movie's definitely girl power-esque, but it's not. The problem with the movie is it's not funny. We were in a theater that was full, and when it started, people were clapping. You know, little girls were clapping because this is what they grew up on. So I get it, right? Yeah. No one laughed really throughout the movie. There was a few scenes, but like, you know, when you go see a movie like Step Brothers or I don't know, Planes, Trains, whatever, I'm like laughing throughout the film. Sure. And even the sweetheart said like, it just wasn't funny. You know, it was, but she had so many references that she got that I didn't get because guess what? I didn't have Barbies. So I went to an IP that I knew nothing about, you know, and it pulls a lot of history.
What kind of child are you if you didn't have Barbies?
Yeah, I know. I'm the bad child. But yeah, and you know what? When I was sitting there, when I was sitting there, I was thinking the whole time, about 20 minutes in, I knew I wasn't going to like it because it just wasn't funny. But as I was sitting there, I was like, I could be in the Haunted Mansion right now. Right now, I could be watching the Haunted Mansion, and I'm stuck watching this, and I'm not going back to the movie theater. It was a horrible experience. There was people behind me at one point started taking pictures with their phone, and you could see the flash. The seats were like torn up. Jeez. The seats were torn up. Like they were starting to fray away. The leather was fraying away. This is at the Regal, remember in Camarillo near the outlets.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that's getting old. That's an old theater. They
let it go. You know what? For the price that I paid, they should be able to replace a seat every showing.
Think, yeah. What is the price nowadays?
It was $15 a ticket. Yeah, we went at night, $15 a ticket. I did not. Luckily, I had passes, so I didn't pay. But we had to get popcorn and stuff because we hadn't been there in so long. We're like, let's get the corn, you know. And that was $20 for corn and drinks.
Jeez. Yeah. Oh, that's including drinks.
Still, come on, not good drinks, like sugar drinks, not loaded drinks.
Man, I'm hearing a lot. I almost want to see the Barbie movie just so I can commentate on it because so many people are commentating on it. But was Barbie ever a entertainment franchise, or it was just a toy? There was never a series or any movie or anything like that, was there? So what are the references? They're referencing things from the toys? Yeah,
the references were like, oh, here's pregnant Barbie, and here's President Barbie, and I guess like the sweetheart had a lot of these, and there was some one-offs that people like are, very hard to get, rare and expensive that were in the movie. I mean, still, it didn't, I don't know, but I didn't get any of those references. I was watching it like, what? Will Ferrell's in it, and he's so underutilized. You know who's in it? Michael Cera's in it from Superbad and stuff. And he probably
like him.
Me too. He probably has about 8 minutes of screen time. Like that's what his character has come to. Like he's just not I don't know. I thought he was bigger than that. I thought he was going to have a big role in it, but he didn't.
Not compared to Barbie.
Yeah, no. And Margot Robbie is Barbie. She's, beautiful, but I don't know. I didn't find it funny. It kind of made me not want the strike to end in Hollywood. Like that's the feeling I got. I was like, what? It's okay if it keeps striking because I don't need to see.
It doesn't seem like there's any signs of it ending. But now I'm hearing that the Haunted Mansion film is not doing great.
It's Barbie's destroyed everything. The marketing behind Barbie was something I don't think I've seen in a long time. Everything pink everywhere, and just in the valley, there's billboards everywhere. They did very well on this, and I think it's good for the little girls to have a movie to go see, and but I don't know. It's just The Haunted Mansion's just not getting a fair shake. Indiana Jones didn't, like, this all came out at the same time around
Right.
Barbie, and people don't go see movies like they used to. It's
True.
I'm sure everyone's waiting for Haunted Mansion to come to Disney Plus for free.
I know. Well, that's kind of where my head was at. Not Disney Plus necessarily, but I'll just wait for it to go digital, because remember back in the days, it used to be like almost a year after the theatrical release would do its run before you'd get stuff going to home video. Now it's a month, if that. Stuff immediately goes to digital. So, like, I'm already seeing the Mario Brothers movie advertised and stuff like that.
The Mario Brothers movie is on Peacock.
Peacock.
We watched it on Peacock. On something.
You did see it?
Yeah.
How did you like that one? I heard that was pretty decent.
No, it was no, it's not. It's as funny as Barbie was to me. I didn't think either one were very funny. I don't know.
I'm curious about the Mansion movie. See, it could have used your ticket, but you went with the femininity.
Well, here's the thing. I was planning on buying, because there's a lot of movies I would like to see in theaters, and it's something to go do. They have those things, $24 a month, unlimited movies that you can go see at the theater. But the theater was so gross. We decided we're not going to do it. Like, the theater was gross. It just wasn't clean. And then you got people talking, and the
people problem is hard to ignore. That's the worst thing. Like, I have a beautiful theater by me, the brand new AMC, where they have a bar, you can order food to bring in. It's like it's a very nice physical theater, but then you got the people munching away next to you or whatever.
Munching.
I guess the one way to avoid that would be to see a movie that like nobody's seeing.
Right.
So
right.
maybe Mansion would be a more pleasant experience, because you wouldn't have the full theater thing going on.
I miss the ArcLight. Those were actual moviegoers. I never had a bad experience there. Those are people that wanted to watch a movie.
If I'm remembering right, I think they're opening it back up.
That's what I had heard.
In Hollywood.
But you know what? It's been closed for so long. I bet you they have to get up to code on all these things.
Oh, sure.
Our cafeteria at my work has been closed for so long that California has new regulations on what the equipment has to be, and they have to replace everything in there now. So we can't get a caf until they do that. So I bet you a lot of these businesses that closed through COVID are having that same issue.
True. Planned Cinerama Hollywood reopening. June 2022, it was announced that Decurion Corp has plans to reopen the ArcLight Hollywood and Cinerama Dome and rename the complex as Cinerama Hollywood, which would include 2 bars, a restaurant at the location. In September, it was reported that the cinema would not be reopening till at least 2024.
Oh, okay.
So they have some time to work through those bugs.
Yeah.
That's what the Wikipedia says, and it does not lie.
Maybe the strike will be over by then.
Yeah, we will see. Yeah.
So I don't want to.
Or you know what I think they might do is just everything will just go digital. Like, no more actors.
That's what they.
No
that's
more
what
writers.
they want.
Let the AI do the writing, and every person or thing.
Well, you froze. Let's see. Maybe you'll come back. You're gone. He's gone, folks. He's gone. He's actually gone for good. Yeah. So I guess we'll just say goodbye, good night, and see you forever later. But he has disappeared into the unknown. I could just talk to myself. Let's see if he comes back here real quick. And maybe if I snap my fingers, he'll be back. It's not working. One more time. Well, that's the way it goes when you're doing a live podcast. This is what it would be like if I was alone. I would just ramble, gramble. Yeah, I don't know what even to say about this guy. This guy is so unreliable. No, you are not on. So anyway, let's talk about some theme parks while he gets back really quick. There was some news that happened, and I'm not actually going to touch upon any of that. I'm going to snap one more time, and I know he'll be back. All right, and we're back with the magic of a snap. Welcome back.
It wouldn't be a Theme Park Junkies show without a technical snafu. Now, I thought I was broadcasting on my own and was just basically doing a monologue, and I was failing.
Yeah.
And then I had internet problems, and now we're back. So.
I think technically it would be impossible for you to be broadcasting. because you're in the pro. Anyways, did you hear one thing before we get into the news? Did you hear? And I hope I don't offend you with this. But I might actually.
You already have.
No, I might actually. Did you hear that the trampoline was initially going to be called a jumpaline? Did you hear about the jumpaline?
Yes, I did know that. No.
Yeah.
No. Why the trampoline? No, you're just talking about the device. The
actual device.
What is the trampoline?
Yeah.
Is it a sport piece of sports equipment? Would you call it?
Yeah. Yeah. They were originally going to call it the jumpaline until your mom got on it.
Oh yeah, I figured. I just thought about the word tramp, and I said, okay, there's some kind of joke coming with a tramp.
I don't know why I heard that, and it just cracked me up. I was like a 7-year-old laughing. I don't know. I'm so dumb at this age.
The humor is not going to mature.
No, nothing has matured.
Gentlemen.
My body still hasn't matured. Like nothing will mature. Oh boy. All right. So since we're finally back, you have some news, and I'll see if I have any that you don't. News. Yeah. Why don't you yap?
Let me just bring the show down like we always do. I'll bring it down to a somber level here. And we might as well address this somber news that we hit this week. One of the greats, Mr. Paul Reubens, a.k.a. Pee Wee Herman, has left us.
Yeah.
He's left us, which I think it's still hitting me in a way.
Yeah, you loved him.
Yeah, I really did. It's strange. Obviously you don't know these celebrities or whatever, but someone like him, I feel like I lost an old childhood friend or something, I grew up with that guy and his weird antics, and he will definitely be missed. So I had a Pee Wee weekend.
Oh,
I really did. I guess a week, if you could say that. I've been watching like every talk show that he's ever done, every talk show appearance, like every bit of Pee Wee footage that's out there, I think I've watched this week.
Yeah.
And you remember his recent movie, I guess it was 2016, Big Holiday, Pee Wee's Big Holiday. It was only on Netflix.
Yes. Yeah.
And I remember when that came out, I did not really like that. I actually don't even recall finishing it the first time I put it on.
Yeah.
But I actually gave that a rewatch the other day. And I would say, I remember you weren't a fan of it either.
I don't think so.
I would say give it a second watch. There is some actual funny moments in it. I did watch it all the way through. Of course, not anywhere near as good as Big Adventure, but there are some funny moments to it. I don't know if my perception of it's just changed because he's no longer with us or what, but I gave that another watch, and it's still on Netflix. I would say check that out.
It's funny you say that, we haven't matured at all. The last movie that you recommended to me was Beavis and Butthead. So now the new movie you're recommending is Pee Wee's Big Holiday.
Oh yeah, my recommendations aren't going to get any more mature.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So anyway, I had a Pee Wee weekend. I watched Big Adventure again. Actually, the only one I still have that's on my list, maybe I'll watch it today, is Big Top Pee Wee. I don't remember liking that one that much, but it's okay. It has some moments.
Tim Burton didn't do that one, right?
No, I don't believe Burton did that one. That one came out a few years after. I do remember there's some funny moments with him and the animals. I'm going to see who directed it right now. Randall Kaiser, who I'm not even sure who that is, but so obviously not Burton. But to complete my Pee Wee weekend, I always knew about the Pee Wee's Big Adventure house that they used for filming. I knew that was in Pasadena, in that area where they actually the Halloween house is like 3 minutes away from it as well. So is the George McFly house where Marty's dad from Back to the Future, and that tree where he's the peeping Tom and everything like that. So that's all like one little neighborhood in South Pasadena. So I took a voyage out there yesterday, and I finally saw Pee Wee's house in person. And it's kind of like a little tourist attraction at the moment. Like people, I was there maybe 10 minutes, and 2-3 people had come in the time I was there just snapping some pictures, had come and put flowers and were taking pictures themselves and everything like that.
Can you imagine the people that own the place? Like,
well, I guess the people that own the place must like it, or they appreciate Pee-wee to some degree, because there's been so many YouTube videos of people going to that house, and I don't know how they make their decision, but the owners of the house have come out and welcomed the people filming the house, certain people, and have let them walk into the yard and walk into the backyard and film and everything like that. So I guess the owner of the house is like a really nice lady who doesn't mind. So that's cool, because that's not always the case. It's usually quite the opposite. You know, these people own these famous houses, and it seems like they're annoyed as hell by it. So why would you buy the Brady Bunch house if you're annoyed with tourism, you know? But anyway, so I went and saw the physical house, and it was amazing to see in person. It's kept up nice. It's not red, and it doesn't have all the animals and horses and stuff in the front like it did in the movie. I was saying that I wish I could buy it. I would put all the animals back in the front yard, and all the rocket and everything he had. But so yeah, I took some photos and just paid my respects there for a moment on that filming location. And I don't know if you noticed, I guess the news item that I wanted to bring up, the Cabazon dinosaurs were the other filming location.
Yeah, I did see this.
From that movie. They have painted Mr. Rex, is his official name, with Pee-wee's suit. And so I don't know how long that's going to stay, but they're paying their tribute at the dinosaurs by actually painted Pee-wee's suit on Mr. Rex. It looks pretty funny, actually. So I kind of want to visit those as well. But yes, Pee-wee will be missed. What a unique talent that man was.
Yeah.
He definitely is responsible for some of my oddball humor. I think he was like the first absurdist,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Did you see his stand-up on HBO?
Yeah, well,
many years ago.
It was never really stand-up. He did a stage show.
Yeah.
Where he was developing that character and everything like that.
It's pretty dirty.
I've seen some of it. Yeah, it was like adult.
He tries to hypnotize a girl, if I remember right.
Yeah. It definitely was more, adult in the beginning, and then eventually he did, get a little more clean, and especially when he did the children's show. But he always had an adult following, and there was always kind of some nods there of like some mature things that it was over the kids' heads, But anyway, I was going to ask you: did you ever have a favorite? Do you have a favorite piece of work from Pee-wee? Did you watch the show? Saturday morning show? So did I, every week.
Yeah. My favorite part was what was going to be the secret word.
Secret word was great. Yeah.
That was always my
noticed
favorite.
There was, people did a dedication to him on his star on Hollywood Boulevard. And one of the, people were putting the secret words, dedications there and stuff like that. Someone wrote like, today's secret word is love, or we will miss you, and all this stuff. And anyway, big outpour from people all over the place. I guess Paul Reubens was a very thoughtful man. All these stories coming out about, like, I guess even if you didn't know him that well, if you were just an acquaintance of him somehow, but he was somehow in your, he was a contact in your phone or whatever like that, he would always remember people's birthdays. And he would literally send ridiculous birthday memes all day to you, even if you didn't know him that well.
Weird.
He very thoughtful guy.
Yeah.
So anyway, very sad. I think it's still hitting me. But we will miss Pee-wee. I guess another point I wanted to make was I'm not going to say who, but certain celebrities or whatever, that people that of, certain people live a certain way to where if they pass away, you're not going to be that surprised.
Right.
This was a surprise.
Do we know what cancer he had?
I'm hearing it was brain cancer, I guess.
Oh gosh.
But there's not much that's known. I'm sure you saw the statement. I guess I can read it. I think I saved it in my phone, but his kind of last statement was, well, I'll just read it. Please accept my apology for not going public with what I've been facing the last 6 years. I have always felt a huge amount of love and respect from my friends, fans, and supporters. I have loved you all so much and enjoyed making art for you. So he's fought this privately for 6 years. again, that just shows to his character. You know, some people would probably milk that and want all the sympathy from everybody in the world. He didn't even bring it up. Probably didn't want anybody to feel bad for him, or, you know, who knows, but
Yeah.
he's been privately battling that. So yeah, what a shocker. I was
That's
like,
sad.
that one hit me. So he will be missed. But yeah, someday, yeah, I don't know. Have you been to South Pasadena? It's a really
I've been
nice
to that
little
house.
area.
I've been to that
I would
house.
love to live there.
I went to that house when I went to see the Halloween house, and
Okay.
I dragged Tuck there, I believe.
Tuck.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
we did that many moons ago.
Yeah. I had always known it's been out there, and it's been in the back of my mind, like somewhere I wanted to go to, you know.
Yeah.
We live so close to so much of this stuff.
We do.
And I usually don't make the effort to go, but like, think about if I was a Pee Wee fan in South Dakota, you know, how much of a trek that would be to, you know, come out here. And some people do that kind of stuff. So it's like basically in our backyard. We might as well see these things while we're still around.
What else are we doing with our life?
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was amazing. It really is like a you know, tourist attraction right now.
Yeah.
People are constantly, you know, that guy had a lot of fans.
Yeah.
People loved him.
And, you know, I hate to say it, I feel like people get a lot of love when they pass away, unfortunately.
It's true.
Before.
It's true.
You know.
I know. You know, it's like, I guess that's just human nature in a sense, but you constantly see that.
Yeah.
So that was one thing I wanted to talk about. I had one other news item.
Can you do the Pee Wee laugh? It's pretty hard. That's pretty good. I couldn't. That was better.
I know you are, but what am I? I can kind of do it. I'm not that good at it. I got to work on my nasal delivery.
Next week.
Next week. So I'm putting down the tea, and I've graduated to the Pinot Grigio.
Oh, finally.
Yes. So now I'm about to get silly. This is something that's made me want to. I look for any kind of little plus that Universal Hollywood has over Florida, because there's not many.
One.
So I found a little one. Jurassic Park 30th anniversary refreshment bar at Universal Studios Hollywood. Oh. A pop-up Jurassic Park 30th anniversary bar. So, you know, we've talked about the 30th anniversary store in Florida. That's like amazing. Yeah. It looks like, you know, so much effort went into this. This is not on that level, but it's something. And it has to do with alcohol. So it's right up my alley. So I have a trip planned to this park this month in August, and I will check this bar out and give you a report. But are you looking to escape the dinosaurs and the crowds and grab a relaxing drink at Universal Hollywood? Are you?
Yeah, I guess.
Hold on to your butts. We got a spot for you. Universal Hollywood is celebrating the 30th anniversary of Jurassic Park with a limited time refreshment bar. Through the rest of the summer, guests will be able to enjoy this anniversary bar on the lower lot of Universal Hollywood, located in the Jurassic World section of the park. This quiet little bar is a fun way to escape the crowds and sip on a Jurassic water, which is not water. It's actually a drink. But so you know that upstairs area above like the Jurassic Park gift store? We went up there actually
for Halloween
nights. Yeah, they had a bar set up there. So this is right there. And the good thing about that little area is, well, now there's a big sign that says refreshment bar right in front of the staircase. But, you know, a lot of on a normal day, a lot of people don't know that little section is up there. So it's usually not that busy. So Eastland New Bar is the usual go-to spot when visiting Jurassic World. But this refreshment bar is calling to us. A large entrance arch welcomes guests to the Jurassic 30th anniversary bar. Entrance sign matches the colors of the Jurassic Park Explorer. Has the logo with the 30th anniversary banner. And so basically it's just a little bar, but they do have a photo op. They have all these kind of like bushes set up, and they have a raptor head sticking out of the bushes, which actually looks kind of cool. It says, "Clever girl, a raptor photo op is set up right by the bar with a 30th anniversary banner up above. Among the dense foliage, a snarling raptor head can be seen poking out. This could inspire some interesting poses after a few drinks." Yes, it could. They have like, you know, Jurassic Park decals and, you know, different little things. I guess there's Ian Malcolm, well, let's see. The columns around the area decorated with different decals. There's a caution, keep windows up sticker, an electric fence warning, and other nods to the original film. The artwork on the bar features a mosquito in amber, water cup with ripples, and even a lit flare. They spared no expense designing these cute little icons for the bar. But we wish they were featured on the merchandise. Luckily, there's an entire collection of merchandise featuring Ian Malcolm artwork on the bar. And let's see. So the menu is not really anything great. I think Isla New Bar, it has more choices. They have Bird of Paradise, Tiki Thai, Jurassic Water, assorted chips and beer nuts, Pyroraptor refresher, boxed soda and boxed water. There's for you. You like that boxed stuff. The drink menu is a little more limited than you'd find at Isla New Bar. But they do offer all of the souvenir cups. For cocktails, you can choose the Bird of Paradise, Tiki Thai, Jurassic Water. 3D Sugar Mosasaurus can be added to the Jurassic Water drink. Sugar Mosasaurus 3D, that should be interesting. You can find the clear Tiki cup, etched Raptor Tiki, and brand new Volcano mug at this bar. For those looking for non-alcoholic options, it offers the Pyroraptor refresher and souvenir freestyle cup. Anyway, that's about it. I will check this out, and it's not as impressive as that Jurassic store in Florida, of course, but at least it's something that Florida doesn't have. So, Florida,
that is good.
In your face.
What a great way to make you spend $15 more a drink. You know what I mean?
They're great at that, right? I mean, they're just basically they're recycling the Isla New Bar into they basically put a photo op.
Well, they've seen that line.
Tiki Thai.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So if anything, hopefully it should just cut down on the line. But,
let's hope so.
I want to check it out. I mean, that's a bar and it's Jurassic.
That is something to check out. You got anything else to report on your little report?
That wasn't good enough for you? Yeah. That wasn't action-packed?
It's pretty good.
No, that's about it. I was looking for some content this morning and, well, you know what? I have one other little item.
Let's hear it.
I was watching some footage and, of the tour and some recent footage of the Hollywood Park from yesterday, and the mazes are in progress.
Yeah, they got to be almost done.
They are, and there's definitely the Chucky maze is visible. Part of the maze is visible, and a huge sign that says "Good Guys Factory" is visible from the tram. So that's just a little teaser of things to come. The structures are up around the Bates Motel set. I guess that will be part of the Terror Tram thing, as they've done in previous years. So there's definitely work going on the Bates Motel set. So we will be visiting that soon. But anyway, it's just fun just to see the sign that, obviously behind like working walls, but peeping out over the top, you see "Good Guys Factory" in the classic font. So I think that's I think I'm looking forward to Chucky House, Chucky Maze, whatever the most.
I got to say, if that maze wasn't there, I don't know if I would be going to Universal this year. Knott's is great. I don't necessarily need them both.
I hear you. And we don't have the Yeti one, right? That's only Florida?
That's only Florida. Right now, we still have 3 mazes. Cool. We don't know what they are yet. So there's 3 announcements coming. Hopefully it's a Yeti.
Exorcist. Yeah. So I would love that one. Seems like I've seen some more info on that. And that one seems pretty cool. But that's about all I have for this glorious show.
Okay, well, I got just a few things. Attendance is down at Cedar Fair theme parks, and that includes Knott's Berry Farm. And the reason that they're saying is because of our horrible weather we actually had this year with all that rain. But it is down 7%, something like that, 6 to 7%, which is kind of interesting. I love hearing these numbers with parks up, down, up, down. It's just interesting. But they're blaming it on the weather.
Cedar Park across the board?
Yeah, well, yes, across the board they're down, and but at Knott's specifically, it's a 6% down. And,
it is down.
Yeah, it is down.
Seems like Knott's is up in popularity.
I think it's our weather. I think because they had, what's weird is when it rains at Disney, they don't close. They just have certain things that might close. Knott's closes.
They close right away.
Yeah, they need to figure out a way to have something that they can do in the event of rain. Maybe it's pop-up food festival, I don't know, inside or something, you know, the Charles
Maybe it's a
Schultz
food fight.
Maybe it's a food fight outside because the rain will wash it all away. I don't know. It's got to be something though, because you don't want to close and then people don't get paid. You don't get paid, but maybe it keeps so many people away that there's not enough to even keep it open. I don't know.
That is an interesting point because they are the one park that does that. I don't remember ever seeing Universal. I've been to Universal in the rain.
I've been there in the rain too. It's not the greatest.
No, they'll sell you a poncho.
Yeah. They'll sell you a poncho in front of the line for $1,000.
Right, but that is true. You never fails to see when it's pouring rain. Knott's will put out on their Instagram usually that they're closed with like a Snoopy crying picture.
Yeah, but really I'm crying.
Yeah, I would think Knott's has to be like one of the most popular of the Cedar Fair parks, though. I'm sure some other ones are hurting a lot more than them.
I think their biggest park that Cedar Fair has is Cedar Point in Ohio. That thing's got the massive. I really want to go there. It's kind of one of the places I want to go. And then they have Kings Island, and they have Canada, something in Canada. But Cedar Point is probably the biggest. Then Knott's is my assumption because it's huge in Ohio. But they're closed for a lot of the winter because of their weather.
Yeah,
so, but they make it up.
So that's going to affect it.
Yeah.
They have to be doing better than Six Flags, though.
Yes, I do have some Six Flags news that's very interesting. But last thing I want to talk about before we get into some Halloween stuff is, do you remember me mentioning Lorcana, Disney Lorcana? It's a card game. We talked about it almost a year ago now. That's how long ago this thing was announced.
I remember vaguely some kind of card game.
It's finally out at just a conference called Gen Con. It'll be out to everyone in September, and then game stores will get it beforehand, but it's basically releasing in September at Target and stuff. Anyways, it released at Gen Con, and what they did at Gen Con is they created a line outside to get this product, and people were lining up at 6 p.m. the night before for something that opened up at like 9 the morning of or something like that. And the person from Gen Con comes out and says, sorry, we don't do lines. You have to come in and form the lineman over there. And it created a mad rush. There's videos of it. People are like getting trampled for this game.
Jeez.
So I went on something
called... You don't see that often anymore. Remember, like that used to happen like when the new iPhone or new video game system came out. Like now you just order it online. Like,
yeah. So what's really funny is... So I went on to something called Whatnot. It's like an auction store. It's kind of like eBay, but it's live. And on Whatnot, people from Gen Con were selling what they got there. And they were selling per pack up to $60 a pack, okay? So that means for the box, they were making $1,440. The box costs $130, $150. We'll say $150 if you were to buy it at Gen Con. They were then selling a pack for $60 a piece and getting it. I saw people bidding on it and getting it. Wow. That's why people were trampling over each other. We have such a problem with this FOMO and scalpers online.
Yeah.
It is insane. But this Disney Lorcana is going to be huge. It's going to take over a lot of this gaming world, I think.
So refresh my memory, though. So it's like similar, like a Magic the Gathering type of thing.
It's competing with Magic, Pokemon, and Digimon or some other, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it is Digimon. I can't remember. But yeah, it's competing with those games.
I, for one, have never been interested in any of that. I mean, I know there's a huge following for it. I guess if that's your thing, great. I can't. Something about card games, just, I don't know. We're living in a world with so much technology and so much.
You know what, though? I think that's why people like it. It's old school.
I guess. Yeah, I guess that's true. But it's just also kind of stale to me.
Yeah, well, it definitely is stale. Game. Yeah, it is. It is. It's definitely an old way, especially when you could create this digitally on an iPhone or something and play with people around the world, and then you don't have to worry about scalpers and buying your packs of cards and
that the scalpers or whatever you want to call them, these people that take advantage of folks, let's say what it is, on this secondary market is really out of hand.
It's really sad, I think.
I bringing it back to Pee-wee. I was looking for Pee-wee merch on Amazon, and there's this Pee-wee ventriloquist doll that must be old and rare. I'd never seen it before, but I had stumbled upon this one available on Amazon. What do you think the price point is?
$1,000.
$1,200
Yeah.
for a doll that probably retailed for $20.
Right. Well, that's what's going on with Lorcana.
Yeah.
It's
So,
insane.
I guess, it's an open market, if you have something like that that will get a price.
But
up
who's
there
paying
and people take advantage.
$60 a pack? Like, who
Someone
is
with
doing
a lot
it?
of money to waste.
And then
I don't
in
know.
September, when this is like in Target, then don't you feel like the biggest jerk? Like, you were paying
Yeah,
$60 a pack.
apparently
Now you
not.
can buy them for $5 a pack.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. $5 or $6.
It must just be like a clout thing or something. Like I had it first before
But
it was in, or whatever. I don't know.
But
Is
think
that
of it this way
motivation?
too. It's a game, right? So if you're the only one that has those cards because you're spending $6 a pack, your
you playing
friend
with?
does not have the game. No one's got the game but you at this point.
Right. Playing with
Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, play with yourself, you little loser. Anyways, I think you could blame the scalpers, but at the same time, you could blame the people buying it. Because if the scalpers couldn't sell it, what would they do with it? Yeah.
Exactly. But they're just taking advantage of a situation that, if the opportunity's there, I guess you can't really blame them.
But it's funny, the people that were standing in line at 6 p.m. the night before didn't get the product because of how the line worked. Because there is no line, yeah.
That would suck.
Yeah, so they were really upset.
So are you like dying to get this, or do you care?
You know
or
what's
what?
funny? I have some pre-ordered. I want to try it out. My nephew's super excited about it, so I'm like, yeah, I'll get some. But I'm not going to sell it for $60 a pack. If it's still, I'll play with my nephew, and if we like it, we'll keep it. If not, we'll just sell it online for a fair price. I don't like that. I don't do that. I just don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have some sort of weird conscience.
Dirt baggy.
It feels dirt baggy. I'm a dirt bag, but I'm not a slime ball. There's a difference. Yeah. I'm a slime ball, not a dirt bag. Anyways, let's get to some horror news, and then we can
wait. Just to cap it off, I did buy something that was more affordable.
What did you?
I did not buy the ventriloquist doll, but I was on one this weekend. Let me tell you. I bought a chia pet, a Pee-wee chia pet.
Are you gonna grow it? You gotta grow it.
I will try. I think I will. I mean, hopefully it'll grow. Obviously I live in an apartment with like no sunshine. I can't really grow.
Yeah.
I've had some plants that have been unsuccessful. I get partial sunlight, but I can't do. Anyway, I've researched it, and it should be able to grow. So I'm going to do it.
I think they're meant for like apartment kind of thing. It's grass. It's like weeds, right?
Yeah. I think they can like grow anywhere. I bought that and a red clip-on bow tie.
Oh, just to wear to the park?
So since Pee-wee is not with us, someone has to carry on this character.
The tradition.
Shall be me. I'm going to work on the voice, get better at it. And I will be wearing a red bow tie at times. Maybe I'll wear one on the show.
Well, I look forward to all of that. Trust me. All right. So a little scary information. And this is news that will tickle your pickles, I think. And I don't know what you would say for the other sex, but it's tickling everything. Because this is surprising to me that I'm actually getting excited about Six Flags Magic Mountain.
Wow. Are you feeling okay?
I am feeling okay. I'm going to lower this thing, get this out of here. I'm going to transition over to Fright Fest. So check this out. So they announced their maze. Now, it's crazy. They are starting, I believe, the same time-ish as Universal Studios. So we're less than a month out. We're just about a month out, which is crazy.
It'll be here before we know it. It's so nuts. Can't believe that.
Yeah. Insane. So Haunted Attraction Pass is $25. So that's what we're going to have to buy if we want to do the haunted attractions.
$25?
Yes. But I believe there's also
our
a front of the
season pass
line.
will allow us entry to the park.
Gets you into the park, but you can't do the haunted stuff. It's only $45 for their express lane. So that's easy peasy. We got to do that, right?
So we'd have to do express and
then just get there. No, I think it's 45 total. 45 total for the pass and the express. That's how I'm reading it.
Bad.
Yeah.
See, they're not price gouging like these internet hustlers.
Well, I think they need to get you in. So they have their mazes that are announced, and there's a lot of them, and they're all original except for 2. So that's kind of exciting.
Give us the breakdown.
They have a sequel, so we won't know what it is, but Aftermath Chaos Rising 2. So I guess there was a 1 last year. I don't know. Sewer of Souls. So it sounds like we're going in the sewer. Vault 666 unlocked. Doesn't sound very new to me. Like, sounds like something we've done. Willoughby's Resurrected. It sounds like a haunted house thing. Yeah, it's a haunted house thing.
Willoughby.
Yeah, good old Willoughby. Truth or Dare. Sounds stupid. Condemned, a house party. This one sounds really dumb because the graphic that they have is like some dude partying and it's so stupid. But who knows? And then they have
like a party dude.
Yeah, total party dude with like face makeup on. Like it just looks stupid. But who knows? Maybe these are great. I love original ideas, So
I was gonna say the same thing. Those sound like all original, right?
yeah, all original. And then they have 2 based on movies: The Conjuring and Saw X. I guess there's a new Saw movie coming out, so that'll be interesting.
Saw has been done. Didn't Universal?
Universal has done Saw before.
This sequel is not being produced by Universal, but I know there's been Saw mazes.
Yeah. Did you know that this is the 30th anniversary of
the first one?
Yeah, and we must have gone to the first one.
No kidding. Of that first Saw movie?
No. I mean, I'm sorry. Of Fright Fest.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it's not that old.
No, but it's getting up there.
It is. Yeah. No, yeah, wow, that's crazy. But, yeah, if you can even call it. I mean, it's never been on the same caliber as like a Knott's.
No, and it won't be. But for the price, I think this is really, really doable. Scare Zones, Dead Zone, Terror Story Twisted. It sounds like a. Nah, it doesn't sound good. Nightmare, Twisted Fantasy, Exile Hill. They have a lot of scare zones. Carniv Hell, Devil's Triangle, City Under Siege. Now, what's interesting too is they have Monstertainment that they announced. The Sliders of the Night, so just guys sliding, which is cool. Unleashed. Now, this sounds like this is like their what is it? What would you say Knott's does at the beginning of their Scary Farm? It's like a little show, right? Kind of,
like a pre-show.
Yeah,
an intro.
An intro, yeah. So that's what that sounds like. This is the gates can't hold back the monsters during Fright Fest. Witness the unruly break free every night in the City Under Siege at 7 p.m. So it's once a night, 7 p.m. So it sounds like it's their thing.
Totally like taking a page from like what Knott's does, a rope drop ceremony.
Yeah, they have. This is for you. A fun new alien experience called Invasion featuring live DJs, interactive games, and a colony of extraterrestrial creatures that'll haunt your dreams. So it's a DJ. You get to dance. You love dancing.
That's a maze, or is that like a dance floor?
Just a dance floor. So you got to bring your little red bow tie. And then
my bow tie and my platform shoes.
Exactly. And then Spirits with Spirits. Enjoy a haunted happy hour with spirits at both natures. The powers could haunt you forever starting at 7 p.m. in the Full Throttle Sports Bar. That's a sports bar that was closed, correct, when we were there?
That was very much closed.
Yeah.
Very disappointing.
So
hopefully it's open.
That's basically what they got going on. What is your feeling of that?
Sounds better. I mean, obviously, we haven't been to it in years, so it sounds like they're more on the caliber of an overlay of the whole park now, rather than just one little section how it used to be. And I guess my thing, it sounds kind of cool from the verbiage that you're saying, but my thing is they don't have anywhere near the ability to pull off special effects like Disney or Universal or even Knott's. I mean, they're even Knott's obviously isn't as high tech as Universal, I guess you could say, but they have their own kind of they have their own little charm to what they do. But Magic Mountain's not even on that caliber,
right? So
effects wise, I'm not going to expect much, but price wise, that's not bad.
Not bad at all.
So it's not. I guess I wouldn't be too let down with anything for that price. So I'd be interested to see how they pull off haunted houses or mazes or whatever you want to call them, and what kind of effects they're doing and how their scare actors compete.
Yeah.
It's been what?
It's been a long time.
I guess 30 years since we've been.
Pretty much. My woman's intuition tells me that I think it's going to feel more like a fair carnival kind of haunted houses, that you see pop up here and there.
Yeah. Like that dark ride that they always have at the fairs, that's just horrible.
Right.
It's like maybe a notch above that.
Yeah.
Where they don't even have like animatronics or anything. It's just like darkness and then like a loud noise. Boom.
Right.
Like that's their caliber of
Because the Valley now
I'm
has
scared.
like pop-ups of haunted houses, and
Yeah.
they're pretty cheap to get into, I think, and I think it's going to be the same quality.
I would
as
imagine
those.
so.
Yeah.
They're probably on caliber for that. I
Yeah.
now wonder, are they going to do anything with the coasters? Didn't you say one is going backwards?
They're
or
in the
something?
dark. That's all it says.
They're in the dark. Okay.
Yeah.
Their classic thing was always Colossus in reverse or whatever.
Yeah. It doesn't
No word
say
about
that. It says face your fears in total darkness on your favorite thrilling coasters without the lights. I actually prefer the lights on. I don't think it's scary with the lights off.
No.
I like seeing, and it's kind of pretty at night anyways with the lights on.
Yeah.
So you know.
Well, I guess you got the Space Mountain effect, right? Like that one feels a lot crazier than it really is because of the darkness and you don't see where you're going type of thing.
Yeah.
So maybe.
So the problem is we have all these things. We haven't bought one of them. We haven't done anything. Everything's going to like sell out. We'll be just asked out.
I'm so nervous that I'm not going to be able to get the Express at Universal.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'll
That would be
I'll
just
give you
my damn
really
luck.
good reviews on each one.
It might come to that. I'll be crying if that happens.
Yeah. Well, one thing I do want to send you is a picture. Do we still call it Twitter or is it X? I don't even understand anymore.
It's X.
But it's still,
it's
doesn't it still called Twitter though? Kind of.
I think you still got to go to like twitter.com.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, let's just
man.
make everything as complicated as we can. Anyways, so this, I saw this on the X Twitter, whatever. Six Flags Magic Mountain will turn 30-acre parking lot into a solar farm. And this is really cool. It's going to, it says renewable energy and plans to turn the 30-acre park into a solar farm, and it's going to power the entire park. The solar panels will generate enough power to offset 100% of the park's park energy usage and power all 20 roller coasters. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I heard about this. Yeah, that's pretty innovative.
Yeah, because
But what happens when the sun isn't shining?
Well, luckily it's Valencia, and then they probably just close down anyways when it rains. Because what can you do there?
I guess so. Or hopefully they have and it's, I don't know how solar works that much, but hopefully they have like some reserves.
Yeah, I think you do have a tank
for
of
a
reserve.
situation like that.
I think so. It's like
I did hear about that. So that's going to be in the parking lot?
It's going to be in the parking lot.
Under the solar panels?
Which is great because when you walk out to your car, it's so darn hot.
Shade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Won't be the whole parking lot, it looks like, but it'll be quite a bit of it.
Part of it.
That's probably going to be premier parking for $60 or whatever.
Right. Just for shade. Yeah. The one thing they gouge you on.
Yeah. You want some shade?
Well, that's interesting. Yeah. Is that up and running or when is that starting?
No, I think next year. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But they announced it early 2024.
All right.
20.8 million kilowatts. That's what it says. Whatever.
Gigawatts?
Kilowatts. All right. Well, that's it. That's all I got. It's a beautiful short episode. Maybe it's a long episode. I don't know how long we've been going since we recorded through your absence.
It always feels like way too long, doesn't it?
It does.
Way too long.
Yes.
You need longer than a minute or two with us. It's like nails duckboard almost, right?
It's my voice. I'm sorry.
That's what they say, So on that note, it's been another delightful show with no lack of technical issues that we shall continue. Please check us out on Instagram, Park Junkies 1. Please check us out on the YouTubes, Theme Park Junkies. And I don't know, what else? Do we have an X? Do we have a what's that thing called that died already?
Threads.
Threads.
Yeah, you know what's wrong with Threads. I know what's wrong with it. 100% is you can't tag things, so you cannot, like, your posts will not be seen. There's just too many people, and it's just the platform should not have launched how it launched. It wasn't ready.
Why would that not be? That's like the simplest of any social media thing.
Right, because like on Instagram, you tag Universal, and anyone who follows Universal could see your post.
Right.
Not on Threads.
Okay.
That I'm saying.
So find us where we can be found on the webs. That's about it. Halloween season is coming up. Everybody get ready. Get your Pee-wee bow tie and get your Pee-wee mask and your Freddy Krueger hand claw and get ready for some trick-or-treating soon.
Oh.
And on that note, I'm Jay for Ryan and Pee-wee. and Jurassic World and the solar panels featured in the parking lot of Six Flags. And we are saying out.